Earlier, we spoke with the director of the Mano Center of Research Initiatives. He told us the initial goals of the US-Israeli war on Iran have failed, and now they're struggling to find a new way forward.
The initial plan of the Israeli and American military establishment when they began their unprovoked aggression against Iran was one thing. They were confident it would be a blitzkrieg, an aerial missile strike, or rather a series of strikes, that would lead to Iran's capitulation. That did not happen. Neither Israel nor the US had a plan B ready, and they now find themselves in a very difficult situation. They do not know what to do next. Therefore, all that's left for them is to declare that they have already defeated everyone and sunk everything. The plan didn't work, and there is no other plan. Globally, about 100 million barrels of oil are produced and sold daily. 400 million barrels represent 4 days of global production. This cannot have a serious impact on the global economy and will not play a key or significant role in stabilizing the global market. The main thing that needs to be done in this situation to stabilize the global oil and LNG market is to stop the war with Iran, cease the attacks, accept Iran's terms, pay reparations, and provide firm security guarantees to Iran. Then the Strait of Hormuz will be open, strikes on the oil and gas infrastructure of the Persian Gulf countries will cease, and the global economy will again receive the volumes of oil it is accustomed to. The current war between the coalition of Israel and the US on one side and Iran on the other has shown that the stereotypical ideas of yesterday about military power have changed dramatically. It is clear that a powerful blow has been dealt to the notion held by countries that think the presence of American bases on their territory guarantees their security. And as I see it, one of the main conclusions from this war is that this notion of US omnipotence and its ability to project military power based on its naval and air bases has been destroyed, and it has been destroyed most importantly not only in the perception of the United States itself, but also in the perception of those countries that always relied on US military power to ensure their national security. This is a powerful blow from which no one will recover easily. The political situation in Iran is under control. Iranian society has not gone into a state of shock. Iranian society has consolidated, and this is observed not only in large cities but throughout the country. Iranian society has united, that is for sure. Even those layers, especially among the youth, particularly students, who before the start of this war might have voiced some slogans about overthrowing the regime of the Ayatollahs, as they used to say. No expert from Iran or Orientalist specializing in Iran will say that these slogans work now. They can hardly imagine a situation where any youth groups would take to the streets now and demand the overthrow of the Ayatollah's regime. Therefore, nothing has worked out for Israel and America that started this war. Let's admit that the UN fulfilled its role as a kind of place for arbitration during the bipolar system, when there were two superpowers, the United States of America and the Soviet Union, and it served as a fairly effective platform where these countries interacted with each other, mutually balancing one another. In the conditions of a unipolar world, the UN turned into an insignificant shop where the hegemon, in the form of the United States and its allies, used the organization only to legitimize its actions. Take Libya, take Afghanistan, take Iraq. Although the attack on Yugoslavia, for example, happened without any legitimization at the UN Security Council level. That is, during the unipolar era, the UN's role began to decline sharply. Now, as the unipolar world crumbles before our eyes, as new global centers of power emerge that are still forming and defining themselves, as the formation and understanding of a new identity of the global South or the global majority takes place. Under these conditions, the old UN, its mechanisms, its institutions, its structures are showing their almost complete uselessness and ineffectiveness.